Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Spooner, and Jeannie and I are business partners in what we feel like is the biggest breakthrough in the history of health and wellness in the history of humanity. Jeannie owned a wellness center in Lauderdale for 18 plus years, and she's always had a passion for serving others and trying to find answers to things that concern us all. So, without further ado, here's Gene Grosso.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the introduction. And I just want to say thank you for joining us today on this very special day. I have a wonderful presentation available for you. And I want to start out by saying I'm no different than you. I figured out very quickly in my career, I started out in corporate and I wanted to be my own boss. So I went and I started my own operation, thinking I'd have more time freedom and so forth and control, but I found out very quickly that the business owned me. So when I didn't work, I didn't get paid. And the hours that I work, I realized that I didn't have what I wanted, and that was time freedom and financial security. I then became a single mom, and that was about 16 years ago, 17 now. 17, my son will be 17. And I was always looking for ways to earn another stream of income from home that would give me the time freedom to spend with my son and create financial stability. And that's why I came into this industry. I feel very fortunate to be able to uh, be a part of this company in the early stages before the world even knows that we exist. I really truly feel that this is something bigger than anyone can ever imagine. And that's what you're going to see here. And I also realize that about 67 to 70% of Americans are literally living paycheck to paycheck. So the bigger problem in the world is finding additional income streams. And what you're about to see is going to really catch your attention the way it caught mine. So what I'm going to show you on this presentation is a little bit about our industry, which is massive, the company and who's behind it, the technology, which is said to be the most disruptive technology that you've ever seen in the industry, literally game changing, our initial flagship products and how to plug into them right away, how everybody on the planet needs what we have and we have no competition. We literally developed a new technology and a new category that has never existed before. So the timing and where we're going over the next 3 to 5 to 10 years. And what I'm going to touch out is how this is rolling out globally to generate residual income. Now, residual income is something that even some of the most successful, influential people in the world do not have. And that, most importantly, the system that we have in place for you to leverage without doing a thing other than inviting them to take a look and introducing them to me. So, and how we can get paid globally. So the health and wellness industry is currently $6.5 trillion annually, and it's growing to 9 trillion within the next few years. And Numi is perfectly positioned at the forefront of all that growth because of the technology that we have, literally game changing. Numi is a biotech company, and we have a breakthrough in nutraceutical intracellular delivery technology, never been achieved before. We launched in 15 countries right from the gate on 7/7/21, right in the middle of the COVID pandemic when the world was in economic devastation and people were losing their health, losing their lives. Why? And we were doubling our revenue each year since we started. So that goes to show you the power. In 4 years, we're already positioned to enter 74 countries. Now, this is how the company got started by a man who's our founder, Stephen K. Scott. Stephen K. Scott has spent his career finding breakthrough products, purchasing the rights to them. And then he was actually the writer, producer, and director of the very first infomercial. His company was called American Telecast, and that was one of the most successful companies in the infomercial history. The most famous one that everybody in the planet knows is the Total Gym with Chuck Norris and Christy Brinkley. Chuck Norris was a personal friend of Stephen K. Scott over the years, and we just honor him, and he recently passed. Well, he worked with 93 celebrities. He's owned multiple companies. And then what happened in 2006, a triple board certified scientist from the Mayo Clinic said to him that if you can develop a way to deliver glutathione, the God's miracle molecule, directly into the cell membranes, then you will have the most significant breakthrough that ever existed in healthcare, helping people perform better, recover faster, and live longer, healthier. So he put millions of dollars of his own money into the development. Over a decade goes by, and nobody couldn't crack the code. Then he met Burt Winnicott, and in 2018, he is the genius scientist that cracked the code and developed our technology. So originally they had put it out before COVID in 2018 as a retail model and an infomercial. And he was featured, he's also, by the way, a best-selling author and of Christian books as well. And he was on TBN, he was on a Christian network, and he talked about this breakthrough. And in one day, he had $1 million in sales. But then COVID hit, and that shut down all retail sales, and everything had to change. So he partnered with Aaron Rennert, and who has experience in bringing this to the world. And so he had 30 years experience. So that's when we launched in 2021. So here's something really unique that we've never seen in the entire world, both in pharmaceutical and nutraceutical. We have a science and medical advisory board that consists of 21 doctors and scientists from top universities like Harvard, from Stanford, from Mayo Clinic, Sloan Kettering Memorial Cancer Research Center, Cleveland Clinic. We have doctors and scientists that specialize in immunology, biochemistry, metabolic medicine, genetic medicine, ear, nose, and throat, chiropractic physicians, sports medicine, surgeons, emergency medicine. I've never seen a board like that. Now think about this for a second. You can go to the website and look at their curriculum vitae. For instance, just one example, this doctor right here, Dr. Nicolopoulos from Sloan Kettering Memorial, and he also has a practice in Greece. Okay, 43 years in cancer research and biology. And he's putting his entire career and reputation on the line, free, not accepting a single thing, because when he saw this, he didn't believe it. He thought it was a joke. And he put it through his own tests that he can test the genetic expression in real time. And the amount of people that he tested on, he became a believer. Kevin, who just introduced me, brought Dr. Gareth Morris-Stipp from the Cleveland Clinic, who specializes in liver transplant from cancer research. He was amazed. Kevin brought him to our company, and he couldn't believe it. So he joined forces. So now our company, these scientists are now gathering to contribute to the formulations that you're about to see. Dr. Crozier is here in Florida. He's the doctor's doctor and the president of the World Peptide Association. And he's a genetic medicine specialist, mold toxicity, Lyme's disease, everything that no one knows how to do with it. No one walks out of his office without this product. So as you can see, all these scientists are leading to what you're going to see next. Now, it wasn't enough for doctors and scientists to believe what we're about to show you. And they literally flat out would tell the founder, I don't believe it. prove it. And Steve was never going to do this, but he decided, 4 years on the market, and you know what? I'm already tired and exhausted of no one believing what we have. So we hired Eurofins Lab, one of the most sophisticated labs in the world since 1987 in 60 countries, 900 laboratory tests, and they discovered what we already know, and they demonstrated measurable results, intracellular delivery of glutathione and our other key nutrients in 5 minutes. We know it's in there in the first pass of circulation. As long as it's in there, we're good with that. While the comparison products tested did not show any cellular uptake in the same conditions. That final report is under legal review before public review because of release, because it's so sophisticated, it's beyond anyone's comprehension. I literally do this presentation and they still don't believe it. So the long-standing problem in the world since nutritional supplementation came available in probably 70 years ago now is absorption. If it can't get into the cells, it's not utilized by the cells. The body has to break it down and nanosize it so the particles can be utilized by the cells. The problem is it gets destroyed in the digestive tract. So pills and capsules have to go through digestion, and only about 10 to 20% are ever even absorbable under those conditions. And so our technology, and that's exactly what we solved. Our technology is called Hydrostat Molecular Encapsulation Technology. This is, at this point in time in this presentation, April 8th, 2026, we are the first and only technology that has solved the longstanding issue of nutrient absorption, specifically glutathione, which has never been achieved before, directly into the cells in full, bypassing the digestive system, even crossing the blood-brain barrier within minutes. NUMMI holds the exclusive rights to this proprietary technology, and we patent the formulas. So we already own, whether you believe it or not, the entire monopoly, because no one can even touch. We're in 74 countries, been developed 8 years ago. We are light years behind anybody. So this is so unique that it'll be years before they even know this exists. The three key differences is the water. The water is the secret. It's structured water. It's nano-sized water. It is purified 40% more than hospital IV solutions. That's the first thing. Then we nano-size the particles under 10 nanometers and encapsulated the particles of the nutrients into the water molecule. What does that mean? It means, here's the picture of the cell, what you're seeing. As you can see, particles are too big to get into the cell. It just bounces off the cell. It can't be absorbed. So by nanosizing the particles, the pore size, the cells are about 100 nanometers in diameter, but the pore size is only 10. Okay, so when you take this product, it goes through the mucosa, the mucous membranes, and you swish it in your mouth, 30 seconds minimum. We like to do a minute or two. It goes in and out of the blood, cross the blood-brain barrier. It touches the cell, and it gets completely fully absorbed by the cell. And this process is 200 times greater on the surface area than if it was not utilized by this technology. Do you understand that? It would be like trying to push a car through a keyhole. It's never going to happen, okay? So even the smallest parts you'd have to do. So these products are taken orally through the mucous membranes, which is the quickest way into the body. And then your first pass of circulation is about 70 to 90 seconds. So it's in every single cell in your body. And that's why we get results that no one else has seen. So once you have the delivery technology, it's endless what we can put through this platform now. And so we chose God's miracle molecule, the most important molecule needed for cellular protection and detoxification. If you can only remember one thing, that would be it. Now, glutathione is made up of 3 amino acids. It is glycine, glutamic acid, and L-cysteine. It's also the premier peptides. We have about 9,000 peptides. You're hearing this peptide therapy. Well, it's glutathione's the premier peptide. And that's what's needed to combat the free radicals and the oxidative stress that we're exposed to every single day. 10,000 to 20,000 times a day, we're exposed to free radical toxins, and that gets into the cell, and glutathione's already in your cell. As a matter of fact, glutathione is manufactured in every single cell in your body, 3 trillions of cells in your body, and glutathione is at the center. Glutathione, you've got oxygen and water inside a cell. That's how important it is. Okay, so glutathione is also 1,000 times more manufactured in the liver cells, which is our primary detoxifying organ. Here's another problem with glutathione. It's so fragile that in pills and capsule forms, it's completely destroyed in the gut. So in the previous to this technology, you had precursors, and that would help your body produce more glutathione. The problem is even those precursors like L-cysteine or NAC, as you might know it, the synthetic version, we have the pure version, L-cysteine in the nano form pure, but NAC is like it gets destroyed also. It's very fragile. Now in a liposomal form, that's also what we had. A liposome is a fat molecule. So the cells don't like fats. It's toxic to cells. And then it's also too large to penetrate a cell membrane, but that's all we have. And then there's IV therapy. IV therapy, whether it's injected in the blood or sit there for 45 minutes with an IV infusion, here's what happens. It only goes into the blood. And then from the bloodstream circulating around, it gets destroyed. It's so fragile. Also, another problem is the half-life of glutathione in any form is only 90 minutes. So that would mean you'd need a costly IV or an injection, which is about 4 times the price as ours. Liposomal is also double the price. And then pills and capsules are more expensive than this. So as you can see, we have the foundation of all health, all bacteria and viral infections. So that is why it's such a disruptive technology. Now, glutathione has been tested. It's the most studied molecule in medicinal science, microbiology, and biochemistry. And you can go right to PubMed.gov, our National Library of Medicine, and put in glutathione. You're going to find 200,000 plus peer-reviewed studies on glutathione, opposed to vitamin C, another antioxidant, with about 80,000 studies. So you can see scientists know what glutathione is, but the reason why doctors, nobody even knows, you're going to learn more about glutathione than your doctor does, because there's never been an effective way to get it into the cell, so nobody really knows what it is. So I'm going to share with you exactly what you need to know. Of the 400 functions, 15 of those functions are critical for all oxygen-based life on Earth. All plants, all trees, all animals, all people, all fish, everything. Anything oxygen is glutathione. Why? It is the master antioxidant. That means it recycles all the other antioxidants like vitamin C and vitamin E, resveratrol. Okay, antioxidants are so critical, they combat the free radicals that cause cancer. Okay, it's those toxins and free radicals that are what's causing these diseases. Well, having the master key unlocks the door for all the other antioxidants that you're taking work. Now, the most important function is it's the lone protector of the mitochondrial DNA, of the immune system. It literally binds to your red blood cells and it carries the oxygen from the blood into the cell. Okay, that's what happened over COVID. Why did people get pneumonia? Why do they have these lung diseases? Why do they have not good circulation and all these diseases that showed up? Because there was no oxygen. What happens in 3 minutes when you don't have air? Your cells die and so do you. That's how critical glutathione is. It's some of the doctors are calling it oxygen in a bottle of what we have. It's not, but it's like oxygen in a bottle because it's the mechanism that supports that transfer. The other primary function is it's the primary detoxifier inside the cell. We're not talking cleansing, and detoxifying and fasting. We're talking the mechanism inside the cell. It combats the toxins from the air, the water, the food, the environment, the plastics, the most dangerous toxin known to man from Wi-Fi, 5G, EMF frequencies causes a toxin called peroxynitrite. And that toxin only glutathione can sequester and neutralize it. Okay, these heavy metals in your water, okay, in your supply, in your air, you've got mold, all these toxins, glutathione is needed to detoxify on the cellular level. And the other thing is, it is also key for the gut health. Okay, so here's another problem. Glutathione, just like your stem cells and collagen and all these other major components in your body, peaks at the age of 20, 21. Then it starts depleting naturally with age, 10 to 15% per decade. By the age of 40, your body can't even produce enough glutathione to combat the oxidative stress. That's what the blue line is. Then at the age of 60, it intersects. You've already lost half the glutathione levels. While this is your glutathione, this is the oxidative stress, why that keeps increasing. Now, addition to aging, are you ready for this? This is why this is so important. There is nobody on the planet that could not benefit from upregulating their glutathione. Every single person, animal can benefit from upregulating glutathione. In addition to aging, there's a dozen other factors that you can see right here that lower your glutathione. And oxidative stress and toxins, any kind of stress for that matter, are the top two root causes of all disease. Okay, why? Because they're the ones that cause inflammation. There's 78 classes of disease. They're just names for inflammation that comes from oxidative stress and toxins. Okay, and there's the EMF that goes in there, mold and so forth. Now, in addition to those two, nutrient deficiencies that is the top three leading causes of all disease. And here's the thing, no matter how many supplements you take, no matter how well you eat, organic, raw food, you live in a bubble, you do everything right. Well, guess what? You cannot absorb nutrients, period, if your body is so toxic, all the nutrition in the world cannot get through that barrier. So it's this vicious cycle. Low glutathione levels lead to disease. Disease lowers your glutathione. Then you get sick and then you take meds. They lower your glutathione more. Then you take a little Tylenol for the pain. That lowers it even more. Then 60% of the world don't even know they have a genetic variant like MTHFR, APOE4, whatever, unless you get a $1,000 genetic test to find out. And guess what that means? That means that your body doesn't even produce enough glutathione, so you need methylated vitamins. And that also means that your detox pathways are clogged. So that's why no other product, patches and IVs and stuff cannot produce what this can. Lack of sleep lowers your glutathione, and all these conditions will lower your glutathione. So this is just a quick example on PubMed. You can go in there and put in any disease And this is the 78 classes of disease. Every single disease class, okay, is been shown on PubMed. You can put in glutathione in that disease, and then you can find out for yourself how it will help that. Now, this product is not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any disease at all. So I suggest that we are just the delivery mechanism. Okay, we are getting what God designed your cells to have back in there, and that's all we're doing. And then I thought I'd just slow this really to just in case there was still anyone still skeptical. Dr. Jimmy Goodman is like literally the world's leading authority on glutathione, and he wrote the manual on it. That book, I think, is around $70. I got one of the earlier versions, but right here he says it, and I don't even have to. Your life depends on glutathione, literally. Without it, your liver would shrivel up and die from the overwhelming accumulation of toxins. Your cells would disintegrate from the unrestrained oxidative stress. And as if you need any more problems, your body would have little resistance to bacteria, viruses, and cancer. Right there. And then, so this is our flagship product. And this is the product that our founder designed to be so affordable that anyone, even a developing country, can afford to have a life-saving product for them and their family. Because remember, this came out during COVID. Dengue fever was running rampant as well. Okay, so this product, you may or may not feel or see anything because it's on a cellular and molecular level. Tons of times I have people for 3 months, I don't see or feel anything. Well, that means you actually need more. Okay, because depending on your age and your health condition, if you don't see or feel anything, I did within the first couple days, I saw a huge difference. Why? Because I've already been healthy on this path for 30 years. Okay, so what you will notice, maybe indirectly, is immediate cognition, improves the cognition, energy, because you recover faster, then you can perform better. Okay, in all areas of your life, the simple things, getting up and down, it reduces inflammation. It helps support the joints, and it also helps deeper sleep. And all you have to do is take a teaspoonful, which is a capful, in the morning when you first wake up, right before bed. This 2 teaspoonfuls, a bottle will last a month. You can take it before a workout, after workout, if you're stressed, if you feel a cold or a flu coming on, you want to take it every hour on the hour until it's gone. There's nothing that this couldn't do. The ingredients are glutathione, L-cysteine, curcumin, and vitamin C. That's it. Into water. There's no need to take a break. You can do a bottle a day. You can do 10 bottles a day, which you wouldn't need it, but there is no toxic level. You'd have to do something like 70,000 tons of it, something crazy to even have any kind of toxic, any kind of response. So this is just one example of one product. And this is Bill Gillespie. He is the former strength and conditioning coach of the Seattle Seahawks and Liberty University. And he's an amateur weightlifter and the bench press. Well, at the age of 48, he hit a world record. And then over time, and over the decade, he started to decline with age. Well, he started our product at 59 and a half and hit his own personal best and a world record at 915 pounds. And then at age 62, he hit 1,119 pounds. That is a grand piano that he bench pressed. Okay, think about this. How did that happen? Okay, he was on glutathione precursors, all that even got him that far. That's because he recovered faster. He was able to perform better. This is so big that we are now TruShield certified, which is really, really important because now you can invite pro teams, little leagues, anyone in coaches, dietitians, elite athletes, and Olympians, and they can take this product and know that it's covered under the anti-doping laws and so forth because this is natural. It's endogenous. It's already in your body. Now, the other part of the breakthrough is the Numi Skin Spray. And this delivers glutathione, L-cysteine, curcumin, and vitamin C, but it has two other key ingredients called marine collagen and hyaluronic acid. And this also has some other essential amino acids in it too. Now, they're all nano-sized, and this is the first product on the global market that can go through every layer of skin. There is no contraindication for either of these two products because it's in water. There's no limit to how much you can do. You can spray over makeup, before makeup, through a bandage. You can spray on scars, open anything, every single skin condition known to man. It was designed for fine lines, wrinkles, sunspots, and those kinds of things. But we're now finding it's much more profound than that. And this is Sherry, and in 7 weeks, she was only 58 in this picture. You should see her today in her 60s. She even looks like in her early 50s. And that was from two products. Donna in 8 weeks is a smoker. Notice all the lines. Okay, that's swishing and spraying. This is Tatiana in 8 days. She's a younger lady, but look at her pore size. This is a woman in her 80s from Nigeria. Look at her skin tone. I mean, it's lightened and brightened, and she just overall looks healthier and younger. This is the founder. He was 72 in this picture in 8 weeks. This is Steve. Now, this is something that shocked me. Veins, varicose veins, loose skin, cellulite. This is 2.5 months, but that's a vascular issue. That was kind of impressive. People's hands, the liver spots, the age spots, their décolleté. Then I put in some of the seniors. The reason is if it can do this for an 87-year-old woman in 7 weeks, and we know that healthy skin comes from within. Imagine the health conditions that this would help with. This lady is 84. Kevin met her in person at a convention, and that's only 4 weeks of swishing and spraying. This one, this man is 94. And he says, I actually feel like I look now. William is a friend of mine that was from Hawaii, now in Virginia, and he has a neurological condition. And what you see there, he was 78 in this picture, but he said less tremors, better balance, and better speech. Okay, so that's how fast it's helping going through the blood-brain barrier. Lisa's right here in Florida. She's one of our friends now. Kevin met her at a conference, and she was in a boating accident, 13 years left paralyzed to never walk again. And she has done everything. So over a decade, she's been doing a lot of things, but this got her over the hump in 2 months. She's out of her wheelchair today. So that was one of the most impressive things I have ever seen. That's me. And just to give you a fun little example, I just went to the dentist yesterday and for a cleaning and an exam. And he said, are you doing teeth whitening? No. What are you using for toothpaste? I go, certainly no fluoride, and basically, who knew it was going to help with teeth and gums and eyes? And look at that. Now, this lady, Kathy, became a friend of mine too. Kevin and I met her in person. She had one of the most remarkable testimonies with a blood sugar issue. In 7 weeks, she reduced her medication by 75%. I never in my 30 years had ever heard anything like that. So as you can see, men and women, that's Kevin, are looking better at all ages, breakouts, just, all kinds of stuff. I mean, look at that. Okay. So we also have a ton of testimonies on athletes too. Now, this product I do want to feature in this time frame because it's extremely important. Now that you have the two baseline, the foundation, Now, anything else that you take, even your other good vitamins and minerals and omegas, okay, yes, you absolutely need them. They're essential. We don't have it yet. Okay. This product called Neuro is a game changer. There is nothing on the global market like that. And that's why it's also certified by the American Brain Council. This has 14 proven ingredients for brain function, neurological functions, mental health. I am legally allowed to say these ingredients in here are are proven to prevent and reverse cognitive decline. But what you will notice when you take a swish of this, 30 seconds, swish it in your mouth, and then you swallow it, we like to do a minute or two, 1 or 2 times a day is all you need of this one. And this goes across the blood-brain barrier. So for energy, for focus, for memory, for mood, for cognitive performance, there's literally nothing like it. Our last product that I'm going to feature today is also has glutathione, but this is our most recent product, and it has 17 nano size ingredients, and you just spray it on your hair, spray it on your scalp, and look what is happening. It is literally filling in um, thin hair, creating more volume. It helps shine, it helps heat protection. It is unbelievable. Oh, I did have one more product. Sorry. I have one more product left. We have a total of 5 out with our technology, is called HERS. Now, this is no glutathione. This is the first product we have with no glutathione in it, but it has 10 nano-sized botanicals, adaptogens, and B vitamins. This is designed for women from all stages of life, from post, from menstruation, PMS, all the way to postmenopausal. This is hormone balance at its best. We have women that are leaving behind all the hormones and the bioidenticals because that covers the basis. So in short, now that we have the delivery system, it's endless what we can put through our technology. We have 20 other products in the pipeline. Numi's products are among the most advanced in the anti-aging, skincare, fitness and performance industries, wellness industries, biohacking, longevity. Okay, these 2 products are foundational. We have the only technology that's intracellular. The bioavailability is instant in 5 minutes. It's proven. People will be looking for a way to get their hands on this, and we're the only company that has cracked the code and delivers the nutrients directly into the cell membrane. Now that we have that, this technology is completely connected to residual income. The timing and positioning in any kind of business. Imagine if you were in the room when Apple got started or Microsoft or any of these companies, and someone gave you the opportunity to invest. That's what we're looking at. So this residual is going to start generating nationally and globally, and you can get overrides in 74 countries, even if you don't know anybody in them. This system is built upon billions of dollars eventually that will be compounding over decades. And this is a simple, proven system for you to leverage without changing a thing in your schedule. You don't need to know the ingredients or any of that stuff. You don't need to know how to present that. All you have to do is invite them to take a look. We have videos that can, start the process, or you just introduce them to myself, and then I'll take them into the process. So the whole thing is set up with a system. We already have it set up step by step, duplicatable, cookie cutter. Anybody from any walk of life can plug and play into our system and start building a successful business without sales, without marketing. You don't ever need to post this on Facebook. You don't even need to tell anybody. You just need to privately invite them. I just saw a presentation. I can't explain it because that's how I got started. My friend from Canada said, I found something. I go, what do you mean you found something? I can't explain it. You have to see it. Coming from her, okay, send me the link. I saw Steve Scott talk for 30 minutes. I was like crying. I saw because I already knew the magnitude of this. So you will literally be in a position to generate extreme amounts of income by just plugging into the system and making some introductions and connecting us to a select group of people. And I'll share who those people are. We are in the beginning stages of launching in the United States and Canada. We are manufacture everything in-house in Sandy, Utah. This is like amazing. And we are on the ground in every continent so that they can get their products in 3 to 5 days. We're in 74 countries right now, and we're growing to 100 in the next few years. So here's the other good news. There's no cost to get started, to join and buy the products for yourself and start earning residual income every Friday. We have product packages starting at $100. They're $50 a bottle. So you can combine anything you want. $100 gets you a paycheck. As long as you go from $100, we have packages up to $1,000. You just the more you buy, the more you get paid. The more products that you get paid free. So this positions you to generate income every time you share how much you love these products and you invite someone to take a look and try them for themselves. You get paid. You also get paid off the referrals of others. So when you tell someone in another city, they tell someone in another state, they tell someone in another country, you're going to get paid over and over again into infinity. And so by making a one-time referral, and then I take them through the process for you, I'll even sign them up for you. So this is really, this is not what you think like the other companies in this, with this compensation plan in this model. So basically, this model allows everyone to participate without needing to understand the products, the science, the ingredients. You'll never be, please don't talk about it, okay? Because you just talk yourself right out of this. And if you can make a referral, the same way you can make a referral to a restaurant you like, takes no time out of your day, no effort, it's effortless, okay? You make a referral and then plug them into the system and you keep going. And then this mission, our founder, Stephen K. Scott, he wanted to ensure that not only this business model offered the most generous compensation possible, that members worldwide can prosper by simply making a referral and learn about what he calls the biggest breakthrough he's ever discovered in his lifetime. And he's known as the breakthrough billion-dollar business builder. So you know this company is on the way to billions. There's 6 ways to get paid. We get paid 25% commission for referring any kind of customers, for members purchases in the first 30 days. We even have a professional reseller program. I forgot to add the slide to this, one moment. Okay, so this is unique. In the United States and Canada only, okay, we have a brand called Hydrostat, Swish 30, and Primus Skin. We also have the hair available. See these things here, these centers here? Medical spas, wellness centers, fitness centers, franchise, pro shops, hospitals, functional medicine, biological dentists, okay, care homes, aesthetics and cosmetics industry. You can make a referral to me, and then I introduce them. It's a different presentation for a doctor or a medical center. And they can buy this brand in bulk and resell it to their patients and clients. And guess what? You get a 25% commission every time they buy. That's how powerful that is. Then you get paid residual income, 7% for the rest of your life, up to 7 levels. And then it's 1 or 2% up to about 3% to infinity. Okay, nobody's doing that. This comes down to, and then profit sharing. You get shares of the global pools in every country, even if you don't know anyone there, you're going to get it. And when we go to 100 countries, you're going to get a share. Do you see how big this is? When we saw this, we're like, I wasn't even focused on the money. I was focused on the impact. Well, with impact comes a lot of income as well. So, and this, remember, this is simply for making a referral. Okay, so we have a three-step training system. It's called NUMI 123 ABC. It is that simple. Anybody can do it. And our team literally will show you word for word how to build your business and step by step how to do this around your existing schedule. If you can make a referral, you can make money. At this point in the presentation, there's typically three types of people. Those that see the vision, they get it, they're ready to get it started right away and build residual income. Those who might just want a little bit more information before getting started. And for some, no matter what, the timing's right for us, but it might not be right for them. So basically, there's three ways to get started. You can partner with us as a team member and leverage our simple three-step system to build residual income. You can join as a customer and just enjoy the products. They're all 30 days, 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. You can join as a professional reseller model or the hybrid, which is a member and a professional resale model. So for those of you who are ready to get started or have a few questions, stay here. I'm going to open it up. And I'd like to show you exactly how we build this business. For those of you that aren't interested right now, go ahead, enjoy the products, get back to the person who invited you to the presentation, help your friend out, and at least try them for yourself. We already know that you're going to love them because everybody needs what we have. So at this point, I'd like to let anyone go who's not interested in the business, and anyone who is to please stay on. And then we'll answer a few questions and go into a couple minutes worth of training. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the recording and get back to the person that invited you.